Hi Capricorn, this is going to be your ex-partner reading for April going into May. 2 row spread as always, you're over here, ex over here, cards at the centre. This month over here, I've laid 4 kings out, King of Wands, Pentacles, Swords and Cups. Please don't worry about the gender, okay? I've put 1 card with each king. Now this is going to be more representative for those that are in a relationship already, but if you're not and you feel that this message over here fits your situation with your ex, then that's perfectly fine. So Capricorn, the card we have at the centre is the 5 of Pentacles. So this is that feeling of being left out in the cold, okay? Sometimes it can suggest a sudden ending. But, you know, feeling as though you're on the outside looking in as well. Now, is this how you're feeling? If not, then it's how the ex may be feeling. I feel, though, that it's more how you're feeling, if I'm being honest. First card you have, 6 of Cups. Now, this is a card of nostalgia. So, look, it may just be, Capricorn, that for some reason this month there is an element of nostalgia within you. That you're looking back at this relationship when you were together. Okay, looking back when it was in its honeymoon period, so to speak, when things were good between you. You know, that element of reminiscing. It may very well be for some of you that you decide to contact your ex-partner and you try to reminisce with them. But on their side, they have the 4 of Cups. Now, this is talking about that, a touch of boredom, a touch of blah, a touch of whatever's being offered, they're not interested. You know, it's not what ultimately they're looking for. So, you know, this is their energy at the moment. So, I mean, have you reached out to them because of feeling nostalgic? And have you, you know, maybe reminisce with them, but for them, they're not feeling the same or don't seem to share the same memories about the relationship as you do? The thing is, though, Capricorn, we all do this. We all look back at something. And when we look back, most of the time, we tend to focus and think more about the good times. And we tend to dismiss the really bad times, you know. So don't allow yourself to get too caught up in that. And if you are feeling nostalgic at the moment, then that's fine, but don't get stuck in the past for too long. Now, the next card you have is the Hermit. Now, the Hermit can be the card that deals with soul searching and reflecting. Sometimes it can be that we're searching for an answer, and the only way we can find that answer is to go within ourselves. But sometimes the Hermit can touch on isolation and enforced isolation, where we may be cutting ourselves off a little bit too much from friends and family. And that's why I said with the 6 of Cups, don't get too stuck in the past, okay? Don't allow yourself to become too much of a hermit, okay? On their side, they have the 7 of Swords. Seven of Swords is sneaky. It is sometimes sneaking off and not giving any closure. Now, I don't feel, Capricorn, that this is what you did, but it may be here to represent that that's what your ex did. Maybe they did something that was sneaky, or the ending of the relationship, the way they went about it was sneaky. To some extent, I feel that for some of you, the Hermit and the Seven of Swords should be on opposite sides. That for some of you, you may have tried to reach out to your ex because of feeling nostalgic. And they have blanked you. They have not accepted a call from you. They haven't returned a call. They've completely cut you off. And that may leave you thinking that they are doing something sneaky. Moving down, 2 cards. You have the Nine of Pentacles and you have the Sun. Fantastic. Nine of Pentacles, often single person energy, focusing on your own world, your career, your finances, your home, creating success, being successful, and being successful through your own effort and hard work. The Sun, positive energy, feeling energized, rejuvenated. The Sun gives us clarity. And you know what I think, Capricorn? I think that you are going to start to see, and maybe after a period of reflection, that you need to start to concentrate and put your attention and your time onto yourself, onto building your own little empire. And I think the Sun there is going to give you clarity on that. Now, on their side, they have the Three of Cups and they have the Star. Three of Cups, for me, often in this type of reading, suggests that they feel you are better off as friends. That this connection between you both is better if it's left more platonic. And it may be, because the Star card can be the wish card. So it may be that it is their wish to, at some point, have a friendship with you, but not a relationship. But also, the Star card can be the card of healing. So it may be that there has to be a time period of healing that maybe you have to go through, or them, or both of you, before a friendship can be, before you can have a friendship. Because whether it's you or them, there has been some sneaky behaviour, I feel, with that Seven of Swords. But I feel it's more to do with them than you. But in terms of reconciliation, Capricorn, I don't feel it. Now, moving over here, if you're in a relationship with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is karmic energy. We don't control the wheel. Sometimes the wheel's in our favour, sometimes it isn't. So, look, it could suggest, Capricorn, that if you're with a fire sign, you may have been going through a difficult period. Feeling, you know, like I said, that the wheel is going against us. But there could be a change in fortune coming, where the wheel's going to start to turn in your favour and you're going to see an improvement in the relationship, okay? If you want to apply that to you and the ex, that often the Wheel of Fortune can suggest an opportunity to give something a second chance. But if that is the case, we have to do things this time differently. Otherwise, it's not going to work. We have to learn from the mistakes we made previously in order for it to work a second time around. Now, if you're in a relationship with an earth sign, just excuse me 1 minute, Capricorn. I'm going to let Madam out. Just 1 second. Now, if you're in a relationship with another earth sign, so possibly another Capricorn or a Taurus or a Virgo, we do have here the Ten of Swords. Now, that is painful energy. That is feeling stabbed in the back. It can be extremely harsh words that have been said. The thing with the Ten of Swords is the worst you can feel is done, okay? You can't get any worse than the Ten of Swords. And it says that it's coming to an end, but we're not at the end of the cycle just yet. We're still feeling the pain. So, you and another earth sign in a relationship. This won't be for all of you now. But for some of you, you're either feeling very let down by them, or them you, or some very harsh communication has been said. I'm not saying the relationship is over. I don't feel it is. But there's a bit of time to go in the sense of healing. If this is ex-partner, then like I said over here with the Star card, having to go through a healing time. But then I think when you come out the other side, it will be friendship only. If you're in a relationship with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, we have the Eight of Wands. Now, I just want to say, for some of you, you may be in a relationship with an air sign who at the moment is a distance away. Because sometimes the Eight of Wands can suggest communication coming through from afar, okay? And in that case, it could be via social media, email, text message. But it can also talk about unexpected communication. So maybe if you're in a relationship with the King of Swords, maybe they're going to open up their feelings to you and tell you how they truly feel. If this is ex-partner, again, it could be unexpected communication coming through. Either you to them or them to you, okay? Like I said up here, maybe reaching out to them because of a feeling of nostalgia. If you are in a relationship with a King of Cups, so Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, you have the Four of Wands. Now, the Four of Wands can be the card that can talk about moving in together, becoming engaged, getting married, a celebration. So if you're with a water sign, it could be that you're taking the next step in the relationship. And if you are, congratulations. If that's not the case, you may very well be thinking along those lines, because the Four of Wands can be about our foundation, our security. If this is ex-partner, and I don't feel at any point that this would be related to you and an ex-partner, and I haven't said that with any of the other readings, but I really don't feel it is. But if it is, the Four of Wands, as I said, is about considering our security and our foundation. But the only way I feel intuitively now that it could be connected to you and the ex is if you both bumped into each other at a celebration, i.e. a wedding, a christening, something along those lines. And it is possible that that could then bring out this sense of nostalgia and reminiscing. It could stir up old feelings for you. So it could fit in that way, Capricorn. Right, that is the end of your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Take care, and I'll be back soon. Thank you. Bye.